This video is going to demonstrate for you how to set up your Google Sites website shell as a place for you to put all of your projects that you're going to develop in class this semester. And I'm going to begin by landing on the sites.google.com page. This is one of the tools that Google offers. If you are a Gmail user or have used or signed into anything Google, then all you have to do is go to sites.google.com. And if you've created sites in the past, they'll show up down here at the bottom. But if you have never created a site before, you'll likely just get a few options related to starting a new site. So I'm going to begin by selecting blank site. And here I am at my blank site, and again I'm going to use this site as a place to communicate all my projects for the class. So first of all, I want to point out that the generic blank site template is not really what I want, and probably not what you want either. You'll notice if you go over here to the right, you can click on the Themes tab, and you've got a few simple options. And I'm just going to tell you right now that I prefer, for me anyway, I prefer the option called Impression. There are other types of templates for different types of websites, and you can play around with that. You can even go to themes and choose a different theme at any time and see what your website looks like. You can even import your own Google Sites theme from a third party that you downloaded out there. But I'm going to start with this. And so here I am on my home page. The first thing I'm going to do is name my site. And so I'm going to go up here to my upper left part of the window, and I'm going to say, you can name this anything you like. I'm going to call this Sherman Ed Tech. I could call it site, or I'm going to call this one portfolio. And let's, just for me, and let's see. I click away, and if the site, when you go to publish this, I may need to change this name a little bit, but that's okay. Not for the website, but for the web address. But notice now I'm on my website page, and notice that it looks like my website name is a little lengthy, and it cuts off. So I'm actually going to just call it, for now, I'm going to click on up here, and I'm going to just delete the word portfolio, and I'm just going to call this Sherman Ed Tech. Okay. So here I am on my home page, and one of the first things that I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep this consistent with all my pages, is I'm going to hover over it, and where it says header type, I'm going to say title only, because I do not want this annoying header to be on every page, since this is really just my a portfolio site for me and for you. So I'm going to retitle this page, and I'm going to call this I'll call this Greg Sherman Home, and I can click on the little controller for the title, and I can stretch it out if I want to. And I can change the font size or the font type or style however I want. But I'm going to just keep it nice and big like that. Another thing I want to do is I want to make my home page something that is inviting and welcoming to people. So I can do that. First of all, I will go over here, and to edit my page, I'll go to Insert, and I'll insert an image. And I'm going to upload an image, and I'm in my folder for the class, and I created a Bitmoji for myself, and this is the image that I want at the beginning or on my page. I'm sort of happy, in a good mood, though the Bitmoji had why though on it, and that's a little too hip for me. Also, I don't think it goes with the theme, so I'm going to actually crop that off the top. So there I cropped out the yo why though. So there I've cropped off the why though part of this image, and I could change this even further or edit it in a different program if I wanted to. I'm also going to create a welcoming message for that, and for that I'll click on text box, and then I can explain what this website is. So I'll just say for now, here is where I will welcome you, and I'll edit that later. So this is going to be my home page. Now I want to create menu options. Right now you'll notice I don't have any menu options up here. So I'm going to go back to the Pages tab, and notice that I have one page, and it's my home page. So whichever page you put at the top of this list that you're going to generate, that will be your home page. So in looking at the requirements for the website shell, I need to create some submenus. And in order to do that, I'm going to go down to the little plus at the bottom, and I'm going to create something called a new menu section. So my first one is going to be called Me and My Learners. Okay, I'm done. And then I'm going to create another one called Learning. And I'm done with that. And I'm going to create one called Community. Okay, I'm done with that. And then I'm going to create one called Instruction. Okay, I'm done with that. Management. Okay, and the last one is going to be PD, or Professional Development, but I want to keep my menu names short, so I'm saying PD. Now, one thing right away, you can see that every time I created a submenu, they showed up here in my top menu bar. It's kind of a small window right now, so all of the ones that don't fit in that space are going to be grouped under More. But one thing you'll notice is I don't like the order that these are in, because they're not in the order that I'm going to be doing these projects, and not the way they're listed on the project page. So I'm going to rearrange them, and that's a pretty easy task. I just hover over one of these submenus, and I click on it, and I drag it up to the location that I want it. So there's Me and My Learners, and then Learning is going to be the next section, and then Community, and followed by Instruction and Management and PD. So now I have my menu in the right order up here. I do want to point out, though, that it's really easy to create pages that go within these submenus, and you could do that a couple of different ways. One is to hover over the submenu, and then the three little dots, you can click on that, and you can say Add Subpage, and then I could create a page called My Students, a blank page, and it will be located within the submenu. So when I hover over it, I'll have a page called My Students, which is blank right now. See, I'll click on it and show you My Students. Okay, and I'll click back on the home. You could also do something else. First of all, let me point out something interesting, and you probably already did. My Instruction submenu is actually not an Instruction submenu. You'll notice it's actually a page called Instruction and not a submenu. You can't click on these other submenus and load a page. So I need to convert this to a submenu. That happens sometimes. It's just really quick, and maybe I did that on purpose to demonstrate this for you. First of all, I can delete this page because I can't convert it. I can create a new one. So I'm going to delete it. And then I'm going to go back here to plus, and I'm going to say New Menu Section, and I'm going to say Instruction, and I'm done there. Now it's a menu section, and I even have it not quite in the right place. I'm going to drag it down. I was going to show you one more way that you can create a subpage for each of these menu items. If I click on New Page, I'll just I'll call it New Page. And when I'm done, notice that it shows up in my menu right here because it's not a subpage. I didn't develop it as a subpage, but let's say that I want it to be part of my Learning submenu. All you have to do to get it underneath your submenu is just to hover over it, click on it, and drag it up until the submenu highlights. Now my new page, you'll notice, is located under my Learning menu. So every time you develop a project for this class, you are likely going to need to create a new page and put it within one of these menu items. And that is how you do it. So now I have my course shell. I'm done with it. What you need to do now, once you finish the shell, is you need to publish this website. So and then communicate it to the class. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So I'm going to go up to the publish button. And the first thing I need to do is I need to make sure that my web address that I can that it's unique. The overall address is going to be sites.google.com/views/ and then whatever I type in here. It automatically suggested one, Sherman EdTech Portfolio. I'm gonna shorten that just a bit. I like to have the shortest names possible. If I do that, you'll notice a little check mark comes over here. That means that is a unique name, so I can keep that. And so I'm going to keep that, and I am going to do. All I need to do now is click publish, and it's been published. And I can go down here and click on view, and you'll notice that this is what the website looks like now. And you'll notice my menu options are here. So everything that you do in this class, I'm going to be able to access it by going to your website. But I do need to know where your website is. So here I am on the home page, and what I could do is go hover over this option, and it says copy published site link. So I'm going to copy that. Now it's on my, there we go. I'll click that one more time. Now it's on my clipboard. Now in order to make your site available for me and all the other students in the class, we need to know your address. So you are going to go to the course website, and I'm going to go under projects. I'm going to go to Google site website, and I'm going to go down to a link to a page that says submit Google site address. So here is a Google form that you need to fill out. And again, all you have to do is include your name, your first name in that field, last name. This will be the name that you prefer to be called by if I communicate with you. Do select which course you're in, since this overall experience is going to be a journey that students in different classes are going to be taking. So I'm going to say that this is for me EDET 445, and then under Google site address, I'm going to click on that field, and I'm going to paste my web address, and there it is. So now I'm going to click on submit. And I'll get a message that says that thank you, it has been created. Now, if I want to make sure that everything looks all right, I'm going to go up to on the course website. I'm going to go over to students, and I'm going to click on the student page, and you will notice that my name and everything is here, and my link to the site is here and it's live. So I'm going to click on that just to demonstrate for you. So that will take me to your website. So that is how I'm going to be able to locate and access all of your work. So that's it. Hopefully you won't have any trouble with this. If you do, watch the video again. If not, you can go. I have a link to a Google Sites help page on the project page. And if you still have trouble, please reach out and contact me. You can email me. We can set up a Zoom call. You can call me on the phone. I will help you get things started. So hopefully you're going to enjoy this process. And as we go through this semester, it's going to be more and more creative for you and interesting for you.